just booked a couple of nights here. It's January 6th, and on my birthday, not only is the food that they've been serving me not very good and being contaminated, and they're throwing like the nasty excess pieces of meat and making it putting poison in my food, making it very nasty. But I get to this hotel, and since I just did a tour of this Egyptian pyramid with all the pharaoh gods and whatnot, it's like a 20-minute, 30-minute tour. They're now playing this whole Christianity on me. They're persecuting me because I was raped by a transgender, and they're trying to use to get away with raping and basically murdering me and getting rid of my life so they can get whatever the fuck they want. But the tactics that they do to me is they shut off the hot water so that I can't take a shower with hot water, and it's barely warm because it's saying, oh look, that's only what you deserve. That's only what that religion gives you, so you better do what we say and do the Christianity, full thing, because if you put it all on Christianity, that's the way it works for them. So they shut off the hot water, and they do this because the water heater, they can adjust the adjustments to it. So I'm like trying to use, and there's barely any hot water into this. Barely any hot water. And so they're shutting off the hot water because, once again, it's stealing my money. I pay full amount, I get a rent, and whoever's deciding to do this is not only doing this to my food, but they do this to so many different places and hotels that I go to train me and condition me. I was there just listening to what these people had to say, and they were making it to like a burial process of my sister. One was saying things about Jesus in front of the dead corpse while I was somewhat near. The other one kicked me, and then the other one coughs and then electrocutes me, and they do these types of things to persecute me in a huge riot in teams, where I have to go to a different room and sit down for a second and just get away from these people because they're working in teams for Ken Cooper and the sacrifice to what it is, the movement that they want to make. Because President Barack Obama is responsible when all this tragedy happened, and he signed off to something. I don't know what it was. But I thought I'd make a video on this because I'm trying to just take a shower. It's January 6th, my 40th birthday, and this is how they steal my money, they contaminate my food, and I have to pay for it. And so I figured I'd make a video on this because there's a little bit of steam in hot water, not hot water but warm, but it's not even coming out hot. And it's because I'm not joining into their religion and just saying, we can rape you, get away with what we want. This is how we're going to train you and put you in the state of mind we want you to be. And so the water, she said, put it all the way to this side. And when she's talking to me, there's a sea and there's a boat. And he goes, yeah, put it right there. You see, you put it all the way on that side. And then it works. And she's portraying herself like my mother. My mother just called me to say happy birthday. I'm going to call her here shortly, in about an hour or so, and talk to her for a minute. But this is what they're doing to me. I'm constantly trying to talk when I make these videos, and I feel like somebody's shooting me with electronic devices, not allowing my brain to function where I can't talk. And they're changing because they don't like the fact that I've hit the eureka moment to say that Ken and Sarah Cooper knew about my brother being raped. And they're beating me. They're sending swarms of people to cover that up. The terrifying thing is that they're waiting for Ken Cooper, and then I'm going to be murdered. They're going to kill me in real life. They're going to torture me, and they're going to continue doing this because of those two pieces of shit of what they allowed to happen to my mother, my brother, and me. And they want to cover it up because he's the detective of an ex-police officer, and they're lying. I was there. I am not saying this because I'm trying to make anything up or pissed off. Even right now as I'm talking to you, they're shooting my nails right now. Both these nails. But I wanted to say that this is what they're doing. They're shooting me with these electronic devices and sending hundreds of people to train me to say otherwise. Also getting anybody to mutilate my biological father. He may be still alive. But they're going to turn their tables on that situation. But I thought I'd make a video on this because that's kind of what's going on. I mean, they do this to me all the fucking time. Stealing my money. I go to a restaurant. They put a bunch of, like, I eat menudo, and they put a bunch of fatty foods in there. They won't let me eat normal like a human being and make me eat like a pig, or like, here, eat the trash, you piece of shit, and I still have to pay for the food. I go somewhere else to eat at a restaurant, and they do the same thing nearly almost all the time. And they're always portraying themselves as my mother, claiming that they're the authorities and decisions of all my mother is, because they know my mother isn't the brightest and intelligent person. They're taking advantage of it. They're mutilating my mother, and they're having these impersonators. The same thing with the Uber drivers and Lyft drivers. That someone's trying to portray themselves as my biological father, mutilating him. So, yeah, he don't care. Yeah, goodbye, have a good life. And they'll say shit like that. And that's exactly what they're doing. So they're mutilating my mother. I haven't even met my biological father to the situation, but they're taking advantage of this. And this is all in a ride for what had happened. Like I said, this is not a very pleasant birthday at all.